Breezin with Bierman, we're back again. It was delayed.
Adam. Hi.
Kurt, let your hair down, metaphorically speaking. Today we have the great Todd Parker, who was on the show 2009. He went to the CES fair in Las Vegas. That is the commercial electronics, I just said it, consumer electronics fair. He's going to tell us about some amazing gadgets, technological changes. It's happening too fast. TV won't be here in 20 years. Newspaper's almost gone. Todd's telling us where the future is. Loren, Lepre, who is the godfather of independent film in Philadelphia, Bucks County, Central New Jersey, Philly. He has the Average Superstar Films, which is at the Trocadero once a month, where he films independent films. He also is going to be talking about his new movie, Dark Military, which has me in it.
Yeah, I heard about that, Adam.
How much did that cost you?
I said he couldn't come on the show. We didn't.
Okay.
And I have to say, I am enraged. I have to blame my wife right now for my pithiness, for my diatribes. She had her show Perdidos in America.
I blame her for marrying you.
She had the show Perdidos in America. You worked with her. And we you better take care of that woman.
I will, because this is like really...
You tell this is the show.
got delayed.
Like, I don't think so. We got delayed. People waiting on a Friday.
Show.
This is the show. Do your show some other time. No one even understands what they're talking about.
Exactly. I don't, too.
So Perdidos in America has bumped us. We're taped now, but we're starting later than usual, and my guests had to wait. And, you know, they're important people who are active, vital members of the planet. I don't like it.
At least they think so.
Two, people have been getting on my nerves about this show. I have my spies. I cut into what you have to say. You want more time? Look, I'm here to assault the senses of the audience. And if I have to assault the people I'm working with, I will. You can't dig it. You know where the door is. There's no serfdom here.
I have a story for you.
Yes.
I discovered a new composer this week. He's from the 18th century. His name's Gosek. He's not really well known, but he collaborated with people. He worked with Haydn. And he did something called the Haydn-Gosek Concerto.
So,
yeah.
So Ryan,
got it.
Woo!
Ryan, look, you got the fashion. You tell about the latest dresses.
I tell you all the new stuff in fashion, entertainment, and lifestyle.
If you don't get enough time, what can I tell you?
It's fine, as long as I'm here.
Kurt, you want to talk? You think I talk over you? You don't like it?
Did you get that last joke? Haydn-Gosek? It's really funny. It's really funny.
No one listens.
What's that picture all about? Tell us, Adam.
Yes, we have here Miss Ava Meyer, an amazing photographer.
If you're watching the show,
in the moment,
don't throw up. Don't.
And she caught the quintessential Adam. I mean, I always said I was one of the best-looking people around. Maybe I was exaggerating, but this photo and her magic, and maybe a little bit
It's really magic.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's some snot right.
Didn't you sigh when you first saw this, Raya?
I didn't know it was you. I thought it was some movie star. And Sandra said, like, oh, it's my husband.
Did you contribute to, like, PETA for that?
Yeah, it's a great editing, too.
But she did a great job, and...
Show us more.
No, you don't want to see more.
Look at that.
I love the Raya's thing. Show us more.
That's the uncensored version. My, you've grown, Adam.
Yeah, look at that. That's the one that everybody was like talking about on Facebook.
A lot of testosterone. What do you call it? What do I have? Yes, I have it.
Look, estrogen.
Yeah, you have it in this picture.
Thank you. I don't know how to take that though when you said that you didn't even recognize me, but okay, it's okay.
No, it's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Well, you know, one of my low moments in life when I was working at a gas station in grad school, and someone said, "You look like a celebrity," and I was going, "Richard Gere," you know? No, Barry Manilow. But
whoa, now I get it.
Thank you. Okay, so anyway, we have Loren Lepre coming up. But first, Todd Parker will be coming up from the Consumer Electronics, whatever it was, in Las Vegas with pictures. And some of us will be here, some of us might not. And please stay tuned for more.
Could you sing Mandy?
Oh, Mandy, oh, Kurt, your head shines in my eyes.
That's not the song.
Because you don't have any hair. No, I'm just joking. His head does look like his butt, but hey, have you seen his butt?
No.
Haydn-Gosek.
Breezin with Bierman, the #1 TV show on Princeton TV, is back. What that means, I'm not sure. But we have...
#1 on a scale of 0.
We have Todd Parker. He was first here in 2009.
Yeah,
and 7 years later, he returns. He's currently the Business Development Manager of Apps at Global Electronics. And he has just come back from Las Vegas from the Consumer Electronics Show. and he has some great gadgets. He's showing us basically the future. You have to listen to Todd. So Todd, give us a primer. What
Thanks,
happened?
Adam. Thanks. Just to correct you, it's Business Development Manager at PCB Apps.
And I speak funny, I'm sorry. But
Yeah,
anyway,
that's all right.
It's on
That's
LinkedIn.
all right.
You can check him out, Todd A. Parker on LinkedIn.
That's right, yeah. So basically I went to the Consumer Electronics Show. It's the biggest electronics show in North America. They have another one in Japan, but this is the biggest one that we can call ours. Just to give you an idea of the magnitude on this, there were about 4,000 companies exhibiting there, and these were spread over about 2.5 million square feet of exhibit space. Typically, they estimated that attendance was usually around 100,000 people. This year, they had 170,000 people.
That's a lot to process. 4,000 displays that you want to go through.
Yeah.
So you walked around and talked to a lot of these people?
Yeah. Basically, you got to do a lot of planning because you got 4 days and you got 170,000 people. In addition to that, they had really vamped up security this year that they didn't have previously. So you had to plan. I mean, you had to get the app on your phone. And
now, what is your job there? What does your company want to do with these people?
yeah, so basically the company I work for, PCB Apps, we're a JD Edwards and Oracle ERP implementation partner. So basically what we do is we handle the back-end software. Any company that needs software for human resources, for finance, for accounting, for anything from the shop floor to the processing.
So you're going to walk around and offer your services to these people with the displays?
Yeah, so we had a lot of companies there that were current clients of ours, but so it was going and it was doing the meet and greet. But for the companies that weren't necessarily current clients, it was introducing, giving the 5-minute elevator pitch and sort of introducing what we do.
And your company specializes in these technological companies.
Exactly. Yeah, that's really our niche. Yeah.
So what were some of the, maybe we can reference the videotape, what were some of the coolest things that were released there at the...
Sure, absolutely. Well, the big favorite, the fan favorite that's always there, actually this is a company called Stream TV, and this is a company that a buddy of mine is on the board of. This company's been around for a couple of years. Basically what Stream TV does is they have what's called Ultra D. Now Ultra D is basically 3D without glasses. So you're looking at a monitor and you would see the depth, and you would see that there's depth in here. You're looking at a tablet and you would see the depth. You would looking at a smartphone and you would see the depth. And you're not wearing glasses, and it's really a very interesting technology. And the funny thing is that you would think something like that would be huge, but in terms of price, but it's really only a couple $1,000s because the technology has come so far that they're able to do it so cheaply.
You see the future here. What other cool things were happening?
Another thing, like I was saying, one of the real big fan favorites is LG. LG is usually always at the forefront. Literally.
For the layman, what's LG?
LG is a company.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, they're in Englewood Cliffs, just up by Jersey City. But every year they go bigger and bigger and bigger. And this year they were showcasing an 86-inch television. So 86-inch television.
My nose would look really big in that.
Yes. Yeah.
Your nose looks really big right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you put your nose on an 86-inch television.
A nose something for a nasal spray would be obscene almost. But anyway,
I would think so. Yes. Yeah. But so it's 4K, and basically for the layman, that basically means it's 4,000 pixels. And so it's an 86-inch television, 4,000 pixels. And again, it's very cost effective. It's really only a few $1,000s.
So the resolution here is really, really high.
The resolution is phenomenal. Yeah, yeah. It makes you feel like you're actually in the.
I mean, this is as big as a room.
It is. It is. You need a whole room to have it. Yeah.
Now, you asked about that. There's a federal marshal raid or something.
There was a federal marshal raid.
What intrigue was this about?
Basically, what happened is there's a company called Future Motion. Future Motion is a Silicon Valley startup that started exhibiting at the show a couple of years ago. Now, usually what happens is a lot of the Chinese companies will come to the show and they'll take
steal
and steal. That's exactly what they do. So,
oh, very interesting.
So in 2014, just last year, this company Future Motion debuted a single-wheeled, self-balancing electric skateboard. So it's a skateboard, one wheel, self-balancing, and they had it on the market for $1,500. Well, what happened was there was a company called Changzhou. And Changzhou came last year and they saw it and they stole it. And so they had it in their booth this year for $500. So Future Motion saw them and the product in the booth a day before the show opened, and they told them to remove it. Changzhou said, no, we're not going to remove it. So Future Motion went to a judge, got an order, and federal marshals raided their booth on opening day. And
oh my God, really?
Excitement,
like reality TV.
It was, yeah. And I didn't get it on camera, but it was quite interesting.
How has this exposition changed over the years, though? I mean, what's the evolution? Like the world's changing?
Yeah, well, each year there's some fan favorites. We were talking before. There's a lot of drones. Drones are huge. There's a lot of virtual reality. Now, I mean, virtual reality has come a long way. It used to be you'd have the glasses on, and now it's a whole environment. There's a lot of augmented reality, and that's the next step in VR. And
augmented, you can change your reality?
The holodeck.
Basically, yeah.
Well, again, for the layman, what's the holodeck? What are we talking about?
I'll give you an example. There's a company called Artec 3D. Basically, what Artec 3D does is you can take a full 3D scan of your entire body. It's a little device. It would take a full 3D scan of your entire body in 12 seconds. So after it does that, you have the choice of, one, making yourself a hologram, or you have the choice of making yourself an action figure, or making yourself a figurine to go on top of a wedding. So the possibilities are endless. But yes, you could become a hologram, and after 12 seconds, and you could be walking and talking around in a virtual environment.
Can you 3D print yourself out and then have multiple people?
Yes, and you could get your kid and scan your kid and have a little action figure that is exactly like your kid.
So in 30 years, your child is about to start college.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Exactly.
Is this going to be like in everyone's living room? And when does that become mainstream? I mean, TV took a while. I mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some don't go anywhere, and some they take over. I'll give you another example. There's a Toshiba. Everybody's familiar with Toshiba. Now, the first thing you think of with Toshiba is you think of cameras, or you think of laptops. Well. Now they're trying to compete with GoPro, and GoPro is huge. I mean,
GoPro is what?
GoPro is basically it's for selfie fanatics,
Gotcha.
and it's for bikers, and they'll put it on their
right.
helmet.
Kurt has one of those. You had one of those. I thought you did. Anyway.
No.
But basically, Toshiba has come out with it's a laptop called a Tobii, Tobii. And basically, it's a laptop, but it's mouseless and it's keyboardless, and essentially you control it with your eyes. So you look at the screen, and where you're looking, and you blink, and it's like you're clicking on it, and you look over here, and the screen scrolls to where you're looking. So it has a retinal tracking device.
What happens when the batteries run out in your brain?
Well, then you've got a problem.
Quickly, in 2 minutes, advice you would want to give to any a newcomer going to the expo. Facing this,
I would say definitely plan ahead. You've got to know where you're going to go, and don't go too crazy. Don't get overwhelmed. Take a lot of breaks. Drink a lot of water. Sit down. Wear good shoes.
How much of it can you cover in just 4 days?
Probably, if you're lucky, you can cover about a third of it.
So you sort of, and you're in a business where you want to not talk to just people who have fascinating products, but you want to talk to them all.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you really got to know where you want to go. The trick is the really important people, catch them on the last day, because that's when they're the least busy. The first day, forget about it.
Also, they're worn down and vulnerable.
And they're worn down and vulnerable, yeah. But if you want freebies, go on the first day.
So Todd, give us your bona fides again. If anyone wants to reach you or your company, what do they do?
Yeah, it's Todd Parker, Business Development Manager at PCB Apps. The website is PCBapps.com. PCB Apps is also on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and LinkedIn.
Right, and you're located where are you?
Somerset, New Jersey.
Somerset, New Jersey and stuff. And Todd, please come back again, maybe in 2016 after the expo. That'd be great.
Or you can come back in the past.
In virtual reality.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Thank you, Todd.
Thanks a lot.
Hi, I'm Stacy Hoffer, and I am honored to be sitting in for our Chief Medical Correspondent, Dr. Vivian Shnaidman, because I get to interview her about her amazing new book that is just about to be released. So Vivian, please tell us the title of your book and tell us what brought you to this amazing subject.
The title of my book is Forensic Psychiatry, A Lawyer's Guide, and technically the book is out. It was supposed to be delivered to my office by today, and it wasn't. So instead we have a beautiful photograph of the front cover.
Okay.
It's here for you to look at. You can order it on Amazon or on a variety of other platforms. It's available as an ebook. You can go to Amazon or Google Books or few other places, and download it as we speak. And actually, by the time you see this program, it will be available as a nice book that you can hold in your hands.
That's what I'm hoping for.
I can't wait to hold it in my hands.
Yeah, I still like that too.
This book grew out of my frustration that all of the lawyers who hired me to be an expert psychiatrist in their cases usually didn't know what I was talking about. So I'm a forensic psychiatrist, and I work as an expert in a whole bunch of different kinds of legal cases. I work as a consultant in family law cases, in testamentary capacity cases, in criminal cases, all different types of things. And when I studied to become a forensic psychiatrist, I did a fellowship. It's a paid job. It's training after residency. I worked in a whole bunch of different venues, in a hospital for what would be called a hospital for the criminally insane. I worked in forensic clinics. I worked in all different kinds of treatment and non-treatment settings, in the court clinic. And I had to take courses in law. I had to understand how the legal system works so that I could use my knowledge of psychiatry specifically to help lawyers and judges in their cases. So I had to learn a lot. I had to learn how to brief a case. I had to memorize a gazillion landmark cases. I had to learn what the holding of the case is. I had to learn how the Supreme Court worked. I had to learn all the different types of cases. I had to learn how a case could be appealed, all that stuff that lawyers do every day.
Right.
But yet, when I would write a report for a specific reason, on a specific psychiatric legal issue, to answer a specific psychiatric legal question, a lot of times the lawyers would read my report and they didn't know what I was talking about.
Wow.
So I kind of stewed about this for years and years and years, and then I decided, you know what these lawyers need? They need a book teaching them psychiatry the way that I had to learn law. And this is it. And you know what? There is no other book in the English language to teach lawyers about psychiatry. This book is completely unique.
Fantastic. I'm so excited about it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a great accomplishment, and I think it's so important for lawyers to be able to have a more nuanced understanding of what are they reading in a psychiatric report, as related to a court case. So can you talk a little more? You kind of ran through different types of cases that you've been involved with. Could you maybe explain to us a little more specifically? I know you can't talk about any particular case, but
I can, as long as I didn't tell you the details.
Well,
the examples. You can't call the people up and say, oh, I know what you did.
Right, of course. But could you talk a little more about some of your work and types of cases you've helped with?
Sure. So one of the main types of cases that I get involved with all the time, like at least one or two a week, are cases that are handled in the family courts.
Family court cases, okay.
A lot of these cases come to me via, in New Jersey, the Division of Child Protection and Permanency, which is a public agency that is designated for dealing with the welfare of children. It used to be called DIFUS.
DIFUS, right. What we used to call DIFUS, and now it's
DC, C, and P. Division of Child Protection. DCP and P, Division of Child Protection and Permanency. I guess they had an image problem, so the first thing you do when you have an image problem is just change your name.
Right.
And a lot of times I get involved with these cases very late in the process. So there'll be some kind of issue where children are being abused or neglected, and the state has a variety of interventions they put into place to try to get these kids taken care of properly. And very unfortunately, there is no psychiatric evaluation or intervention until the very last minute.
And by that you mean psychiatric evaluation or intervention for the child or for the parents, the caregivers?
For whoever needs it.
The adults involved?
In general, a child is pretty helpless. And it's the person taking care of the child who is not doing their job correctly.
Right.
So I've actually done some research in this area. And this is probably a different topic, but, I've identified some of the factors that lead to child abuse and neglect. The division, unfortunately, maybe is not that interested in what I've found, but there are things that can be done early in the process that would involve getting a psychiatric evaluation, identifying what the problems and the deficits are, and then correcting them early in the process. So, you know, that's something that I think that the legal system really needs to be aware of, because you can throw a ton of money at something, but if you're not spending the money on the right interventions, it's not going to help.
So to put it in more concrete terms, if there's a child being abused or neglected, let's say, and mom or dad has an untreated or undiagnosed and untreated psychiatric disorder, such as schizophrenia in the more severe cases, or maybe just postpartum depression, but that adult is not getting the right diagnosis and the right treatment, the legal system tends to not really catch that until
very frequently.
Too late. Right.
Very frequently, they don't catch that, or they might know something is wrong, but I've had, in the past few weeks, I've had 3 cases where somebody, a very competent non-psychiatrist, has made a referral or recommendation for a psychiatric evaluation early in the process, and somehow that hasn't happened.
Wow, that's disappointing.
So the case goes on for the required, I think it's 15 months. That they have before the case moves to permanency, and then somebody says, oh my God, we're going to terminate this parent's parental rights, but we drop the ball on the psychiatric evaluation. And part of the problem is that some of these people involved with the case, starting at the very lowest level of case managers and going all the way up to the judge often, they are not aware of the fact that the psychiatric evaluation means we're going to evaluate and then we're going to make recommendations for something that's going to make a significant change.
Right, improve the prognosis for the adults and therefore for the whole family system.
They see it more as a checklist. We did something.
Okay, so I think that really dovetails with your book, which is trying to help legal professionals be more cognizant of what's really going on psychiatrically.
Absolutely.
Right, and that's critical. So could you talk also about who else would enjoy reading your book?
I think that anybody, well, first of all, I'm a good writer. I got to pat myself on the back. I've written fiction before. Even the reports that I write for the division, they get, I know this because I'm kind of a friendly person and people tell me things. So I know that they get passed around in the offices and people say, read this report. Somebody who actually hated me once tried to insult me by telling me that my reports read like novels, which I took as a compliment. But I think anybody could read it just because it's interesting.
They wouldn't have to have a law degree to read it.
You don't have to have a law degree, you don't have to have a medical degree, but anybody who deals with people in any capacity could benefit from reading this book. And certainly anybody who works with any people that have any kind of psychiatric or emotional problems. You, I'm sure, could read this book and get a lot out of it.
Yes, I'm dying to read it.
You could download it tonight. You don't have to wait for the hard copy.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know if they're going to give you like a discount on the hard copy if you get the ebook.
I don't know. We'll have to check that out. But yes, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to read it. I think forensic psychiatry is a fascinating field. And so we just have a moment left. So just to recap, this is Dr. Vivian Shnaidman, and her book is called Forensic Psychiatry, A Lawyer's Guide.
Yes, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, likewise.
It's so fun to be a guest again here.
There you go.
And when I get the hard copy, I'll bring it in and show it to everybody.
All right. Well, I'd like you to sign my copy.
I definitely will.
Okay.
Thanks.
Alrighty. You're welcome. Thank you.
Adam Bierman, Breezin with Bierman. I speak with reverence because we have a man, Loren Lepre, founder of Average Superstar Films, a man who is a conduit, the connector.
Are you doing your William Shatner impression?
Of the artistic zeitgeist in this community.
Loren Lepre,
at Trocadero, once a month or once every 2 months, he brings filmmakers he screens them who bring their own films, independent films, mostly Philadelphia, Central New Jersey, Bucks County, and he films them. He lets them become it.
Very posh.
Loren is a producer, actor, director, and he has just finished. We're still working on a film, Dark Military, which he gave me a small but important part.
On the casting couch.
After you saw this photo.
And that's the whole money shot of the movie right there.
Thank you.
Yeah. They had to clean up the cum off your face.
No. Again, his imaginary friends stay away from him.
Gotcha.
And we thought once he got married and maybe got his dip his wick dipped, so to speak. Something. Anyway, we only got about 9 minutes. Loren, dark military, hot off the press. It might buy you a house. I'm so impressed. If you'd seen how the production together was amazing, and we have some amazing actors. But tell us, what is dark military, and who would like it?
Dark military is an idea I came up with while I was working. It just kind of flashed in my head. You know, it's a great idea. I visioned a group of military people, and particularly I wanted some girls in there, some badass girls, and the story just flowed literally like in 2 days. I just had it start to finish, got it down on paper. So I did not have any casting for this film. I drafted, because I've been doing Freedom Shorts and Liberty Massacre for the last 5 years. I eat, breathe, and ship this business. I know who the goods are. I know exactly who I wanted. So I got the cast together, and between the cast and crew, I'd say we had close to 100 people. I put this script together over the course of 9 months, 19 drafts to make sure it was flawless. I did pre-production for 1 full year. We shot 8 straight days back in September, and it went off without a hitch. I'm very proud of my cast and crew, particularly the cast, because 8 straight days, we had money, but it was limited, and everyone delivered.
Right.
Including you, my friend.
Thank you. Before we get into the synopsis of the film, it was amazing. Not only did all these people work together and bring their equipment, it was like a real movie set, they worked together quite well as harmonious. I mean, unlike this play, our little show, we're bickering and bitch fighting within 5 minutes of coming in. We do it once a month.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what? All the short films I did before this, I just had small casts. I never really went over 10 people, and I used to always say, less the better, you know, less tension. And here I am. I was like, I went out of my realm. I made an action thriller, and everybody lived literally at the Fox Hills residence. It turned into like Woodstock. Yeah. We're all hanging out. Like, you know, it was the most amazing thing. Everybody brought their dogs. Everyone, the Pulp again was going on. So people moved their life up there for me. They believed in the film. I'm so grateful to all of them.
Over 200 people on set. But what is the film? What is the film? How would you?
I would say, I'm going to give you the 6 ingredients, people. The Dark Military is early Friday the 13th, meets 24, meets Battle Royale, meets Scream, meets The Devil's Rejects, meets Mad Max. So it's a little of everything. I will call this an action thriller, but there are 8 characters in this movie that are definitely from like the horror genre. I sprinkled a little bit of everything together. I grew up on horror movies. I think we needed an upgrade, a couple of new ideas. I just didn't want to have some slasher walking around the woods. Who needs that concept? So, you know, it's like a live webcast going on Halloween by a group of people that feel Halloween needs an upgrade. There's a lot of characters in here. Got an incredible film score. There's a full movie soundtrack coming out for this. We're doing a music video for this. Next week, I go to Atlanta for Days of the Dead to start the marketing campaign. Fangora is exclusively covering this. R. Marcos Taylor, who played Suge Knight in Straight Outta Compton, is the star of the movie. Yeah. Yes. And there's going to be a variety of cameos from our favorite horror movie icons coming your way.
So some surprises.
Some surprises. I'm one of them people. I don't like to talk till I have them. Once they're filmed and their release is done, I will gladly pass them along to the world.
Now, technically, say 10 years ago, you probably couldn't have pulled this off in just 8 days and have a good-looking movie.
You're right. And I will also go back to my event, Freedom Shorts, where I filmed it from all around the world. You have all the top cameras like Red, you know, Black Magic. They're the best cameras out there. But the first film that I screened was a movie called Michael, about Michael the Archangel. That was shot on an iPhone, and you wouldn't even be able to tell. That's how much the technology has
now, with that limited budget, you're doing a lot of special effects and action scenes that are, you know, complicated engineering. There's a lot of post-production.
Yes.
And you're able to get them up to your standard of quality?
Yes, without a doubt, but you also had to do what you just said with combat, who I casted. There's people that were wrestlers. There are some people that, like myself, who are martial artists. So I have to look at when I'm casting. We got to keep things moving, but you don't want to be too fast because then the movie's going to become sloppy. So when you're casting, you're like, I like to cast this person. This person has no athletic background and could slow the scene down. You know what? In my head, I'm like, I can't cast that person. I'm going to have to give them something else down the road. So you just put things together. Like my whole military team, literally has some sort of athletic background.
That's why you're the connector, though. You can see how I can use this person and plug them in here and do this and that. Plus people with the equipment.
And you also, like, I live this business, so I know everyone's personality, whether they've done something good or bad on the set. It always bad news always leaks. Right. You also look at who's going to gel together. You know what I mean? You could kind of almost look at the personalities, like, oh, when they say cut, are these two people going to want to be hanging out with each other?
Right, formal relationship.
So, yeah, exactly. So that is why it was like it was really a loving event. Like, it really was. Everybody got along so great.
That's what I felt. It was almost like a Grateful Dead thing. Almost.
Yeah, we called it Woodstock. It was like a Fox Hill stock, as we called it.
You've done the creative stuff with this. That's the good work.
Yeah.
How are you going to market it?
Marketing comes from a lot. One thing about Philly, I think they're incredible. I love my peers, but they're very lazy. They just make a Facebook page and they make the movie, and here you go. It's like, that's not how it works. You've got to go out and you've got to be the one that's doing the marketing for themselves, for yourself. You need to hit all the, depending on what genre your film is, of what you do. So since I have a horror-related film here, I'm going to all the conventions, all the horror conventions across America, and marketing the 8 characters of the movie now. Because I am a guy just from Philadelphia, and I am known regionally. I'm known a little bit out there, but little is little. I need to market these characters to the world. Right now, it's all marketing these new horror movie icons to that audience.
How do you keep, in this tumult, it's almost like a political campaign, how do you renew yourself, keep that passion for that long, it's like a marathon.
It is. I'm a very big bulldog about my work. I don't like starting something and not finishing it, and the more pressure you put on, once I speak something, it has to happen. It has to come true. So, and to top it all off, someone like yourself being one of my cast members, if I say believe in me, Adam, and to the other cast members, and you're there for me, I can't let you down.
Right.
I can't.
Personally, I don't believe in Adam.
Okay.
No, I do like it, but one thing about him too, everything he says he does, and if he can't do it, he says he can't do it, which I appreciate so much. It seems like a small thing in common courtesy, but a lot of people don't do that in this business.
Yes, you have. The me in life, your word is everything. That's your name. Anyone can say whatever they want about you, but if you say you're going to do something, you do it. That's one thing they can't take away from you.
Does some of this represent a culmination where you have all this experience in small film and in showing stuff, and then now you've got this knowledge and wherewithal to pull this off? It's sort of a step up for you?
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? I would say for anything that you're going to do in your life, you're going to think it, you're going to be it, you know?
I want to get into like what childhood trauma got you in this business. We don't have a lot of time, and we talked earlier about you kind of reject LA. You want to stay what you're doing. That could be for another time. But in the final minute, give the bona fides. How can people see, hear, and learn more about Dark Military?
All right, you could figure that. You could see that at AverageSuperstarFilms.com. We also have the Dark Military page on Twitter. We also have the Dark Military page on Facebook. There are constant updates.
Interviews, yes.
Yes. So Monster Mania, South Jersey Geek Fest, Days of the Dead, Indianapolis. We're in Atlanta. Our first one's in Atlanta next week. So the weekend of February 5th to the 7th. So, or myself, Loren W. Lepre on Facebook. Write me direct if you need to know more.
Yeah, I got to say, we should call you Loren the Bulldog, because you read about, not only do you make this film Dark Military, please see it, you don't just leave it there, you put the work in to promote it. Because it can be great as hell, but how do you break through the clutter? You got to do it yourself.
And
you got to bribe people.
Yeah.
that too.
And for a guy who's running a film fest and rejects films all the time, I think it puts an overwhelming amount of pressure on myself for the guy who's rejecting films.
That's true.
I can't have a flaw in my film.
Right. And also, he didn't try to pick up all the beautiful, and I didn't either, dear.
There was no time for that.
There was a lot of young, but all the other people, I was kind of, on
Adam,
the side.
all the girls were for you. That's plain and simple.
They were just, but all these young girls and all the young guys it was like a party, so. I was kind of on the side. I felt my age.
Too many good-looking people under one spot.
That's
what
true.
happened.
Thank you, Loren Lepre. Please come back. Good luck in Atlanta. We want to hear more.
Always love being here.
Okay. Back again to Breezin with Bierman. What's so funny?
Did I call it?
I can't wait for tomorrow. You know why?
Why?
I get better looking every day. Anyway, we're back now with the roundtable. I've been trying to get rid of guests, but they keep coming because of the popularity of the show. And am I getting paid for it? Hell no. But that's another problem. Okay, roundtable. First thing, the Oscars. Is it too white bread? Comments, go.
Yes. It is too white, but I don't care. They deserve the nominations, and you don't need to always have black people or other race there just to become diverse.
African Americans are like 12-13% of the population, and that's about the percentage of nominations they get when you look over the last 10 years. So it's really fatuous, the protest.
I don't know, but I thought 93% of the voters, I don't know how the voting structure goes, they're white. I could see if you're 65 years old. I kind of see my dad watching Straight Outta Compton anyway, though. There's a major, cultural shift here. They're maybe not attuned to.
They should give them a participation trophy.
But the answer is this. The Oscars are becoming more and more irrelevant. Millennials don't watch it. It's 40 and over. Unless you have like a Marvel Comics, something gets nominated for Best Picture, who really cares? It doesn't get that much of
a lot of movies you don't even, like, the younger generation don't even watch it. They haven't heard about it.
No,
I don't even watch it.
You don't
well,
even
I guess I'm part of the younger
Movies
generation.
don't have a presence in our public consciousness the way they used to. If you had like a Godfather or Jaws, an E.T., Terminator, I mean, these things were just became part of culture.
Yeah.
But when's the last, it's a subgenre now.
Yeah, it is.
Right, well, there's so many different types of entertainment, so many different types of movies, so many different types of everything.
We shouldn't have movies anymore.
As a shrink, is it true that when people get bombarded with too much, they don't choose nothing? Because sometimes I want to watch everything.
There are people like that. There are people for whom all these choices just freaks them out.
Freaks them out, yeah.
It's called decidophobia.
Yeah.
The actual term from a person.
But look, from a marketing standpoint, it's just Marvel Comics. It sells well because it's easy to package around the world. And I got to be honest, because I'm the only one who's straightforward around here. I'm very honest. You're not going to see a lot of black people in a lot of these, in some of these movies that they want to give to China, because Chinese people don't want to see black people. They're racist. They freak out. Maybe they can. I don't know.
You're making an assumption.
You don't like Syrians, so what are you telling me about assumptions?
You don't like Syrians, but Syrians
we
look
talked
white,
about that
so
you're babbling.
I thought about you too when one of the Presbyterian church is bringing a Syrian family here.
Yeah.
I thought Kurt was going to go down there with a shotgun or something and stop them.
Yeah, well, let's bring them over and let them.
They're probably
rape all of
Christian.
American women. Yep.
Yeah, we can take them with the Christian though. My favorite African American actress. Guess who it is?
Who?
Charlize Theron. Get it?
Okay, great.
okay.
My favorite
right
composer
along.
is Haydn Gossik.
Okay, second thing.
There you go again.
Kurt was in Town Topics, interviewed people, what was it? People in the News or something? What's that? I've been there a couple times. And I was really excited because I thought that, well, you tell the story and how you misquoted.
The guy talked to a few people in the record exchange about the recent death of David Bowie. I gave him a spiel, and then he tape recorded some of it, and then it wound up in the paper, and he kind of fabricated some of it. But it wasn't a big deal, but it was sort of a lesson into, the guy's got a job to do, and he's trying to construct things.
Right, but he has no journalistic integrity,
Exactly.
and you should call him on it.
Where's the ethics?
I didn't want to get petulant about it, but it was a lesson. Okay, he needed to get a job done, and he probably didn't have the material from just me rambling.
Yeah.
And so
The
he had,
guidelines of the job of journalist is not to make stuff up.
So, but
Well, what did he make up? Tell him what he
what did he make up?
Yeah, what did he make up?
I never said it was cool, and then some of the other language. I wish I'd had the opportunity just to email him with a statement.
You have the artistic savvy of a gerbil. What he said was this, and I got all excited when I read it, that David Bowie had called up the record exchange and wanted a rare Diamond Dogs album that was out of circulation or something.
Yeah, I don't think. I think it was actually
made up story.
David Bowie's representative, but one of David Bowie's people did call the record exchange because they found out that the store had acquired a rare version of the Diamond Dogs album that had dog genitalia in it. Except the Town Topics couldn't write dog genitalia.
So who do you want to call out on that and blame?
Yeah.
No,
call them out now. Call them out now.
Yeah, it's not interesting, and the show isn't interesting.
Okay, third issue. I got this pithy email from Raya, which I have to now read. Here's the call sheet for tonight's Breezin with Bierman.
Are you kidding me?
I will be there to come in.
I'm
here. Can I please speak?
Yeah, you can.
Can the potentate speak?
Okay.
Can the name? See the name? Thank you.
Well, it's a little.
Not my penis.
It is little.
I did not specifically prepare a segment
Experience.
like I always do because it seems like there are a few guests already. I do not want to be bumped. I'm getting, what are you, cooing in front of me? I am getting yelled at from everyone. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
Journalistic integrity.
Adam wants to bump
We
you.
do not want to be marginalized on this show.
Exactly.
That
I
you
second
invited
that.
us to.
Yeah,
And then
now
you keep
try not to
inviting
laugh.
people to and kicking us
Right,
out.
you're laughing.
Yeah,
Because we're going to go make our own shows without you.
Look at that.
I can speak when that's there.
You don't seem to appreciate the situation here. We have an hour That's all, once a month.
I do. That's why I was gracefully said that
I think if my wife
I
talked
don't
to you
need
and told
to.
you. I
No,
think my wife
no
told
one,
you.
no
you
one
did?
talked to
Oh,
me.
because you
No
weren't
one talked
graceful.
to anybody.
I was ready to be attacked because I get attacked from her
No,
all
I
the
did
time.
not.
from
because
you.
we feel like this all by ourselves.
What do you want me to do?
I just don't
What-
want to
what
prepare
would
that
make
it's
you
not
like
going to be out there.
We want you to be loyal
That's
to
why
the
I'm
people that
still
are
here.
loyal to you.
Loyal to me? Yeah, okay. In terms of what? They have nothing to say. And Kurt,
You know, we have a lot to say, but you are
Yeah.
ambushing us.
Exactly.
Yeah,
On
I have
television.
you have
Nobody
3
talk
minutes
to
and
us?
30 seconds to speak your mind.
I have nothing to say because I wasn't listening.
Good. I was half listening to.
Yeah. Isn't he dreamy?
Yes.
Oh,
Raya.
he has dreamy
Ryan knows what
eyes.
hot.
Yeah, it is actually. I would give Adam
And
that.
anyway, you
this
have
picture.
These are excellent photographs.
Yeah, it
okay,
is
we can
very.
move on. We can
this
return
is-
to
yeah,
this
let's
topic.
come on.
Okay.
This is an extremely.
Do the photos of Adam
are-
turn any of you on?
Yes, probably. Be honest.
Do you feel anything inside?
I'm a married
what?
woman.
Yeah, but
no.
let's pretend you're not married. I mean, just abstractly.
I'm not allowed to pretend I'm not married.
Okay.
I abstain.
You don't look for objects that are hard, frozen, and long.
Not frozen.
What?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Don't
Not frozen.
you shouldn't
Something
talk about your
warm.
nose
Vivian,
like that.
you're using this show anyway because you want to move on. You have Larry Greenberg, who's probably a good manager, and you're moving in that direction. And we're just a stepping stone for your career.
I have been telling everybody how loyal I am to this program and my special job as the chief medical examiner or correspondent.
If I can remember with
Yeah, there's different titles.
Could you do an autopsy on this?
No, it's a piece
Okay,
of paper.
we have 2 minutes.
I have 2 minutes.
I'm hoping.
Then here's my problem.
What's your problem? You're
My
reading
problem
too
is,
much in it.
One is more people. Kurt always says no one watches the show. Obviously, someone does, because 10 people want to be on the show next month. How can I accommodate more
You
than
can't,
more
but
than
we had
people?
We've had
I don't
meetings
want them
about
on,
this.
and I don't want them on. Who's going to tell them off?
We
Me.
I
schedule
can
them
do that.
out. We schedule them
Yeah,
out.
schedule them
we have a
out.
schedule. We have a
Do
plan.
this for me. Why don't you call some of them and bump them for me? Because I haven't put them on the show.
Tell
per
me
se.
what they are. We were supposed to be having meetings
When
and
can we have
planning
meetings?
meetings.
I'll do it, Adam. I'll call them.
You call
Because we
them?
need our regular, segments.
Will you do the dirty work?
Yeah.
Cool.
We can have a
I'll
meeting.
do that.
So this is the last Friday of the month, right?
Yeah,
So how
it's
about
February
in
26th.
between Friday of the month?
I don't know if
we
we're ever
have-
going to get a meeting. We have to be on a phone then. 'Cause
Yeah, we
cannot
can do conference calls.
Do you know how to
we
do
can
a
do
conference
that.
call? Do you know how
Yeah.
to do it? I don't even know
I
how to
can
do
learn
it.
how to do it. It's
I'll
not that
set it
hard.
up for you guys.
And he won't even do it though.
Children know how to do
He
it.
sits
I'm
in
sure
his
we could
basement
learn
painting
how to do
pictures
it.
that no one buys.
Can we edit this out?
Sally?
Admit one
Yes.
thing. More people watch this show than have bought any of your paintings. Admit that to me.
You know, that's an example of marginalizing people and making them feel unwanted.
It makes me happy.
That's Adam.
You are unwanted.
He's going to keep doing it.
Okay, so let's do that. We'll try to do that. Have a conference call. I'll give you the names because I want to. Some of these people I want to bump. Who's going to do it?
dude.
My wife's
Did
freaking
you
show.
already
when you
agree
tell-
to have them
yeah.
all on? Why, if they asked to be on the show?
Don't
I
No,
mean,
no. What
obviously-
happened is they got backed up.
I'm
Then I said
continuing-
February. Then someone else came
But
in.
I'm
I forgot about
continuing-
them, and then I agreed
I'm
to have other
continuing
people.
I'll
to
do
bring
it.
to
So
invite
you're
people to
incompetent.
your show too.
I
We
know.
need to have a way. We need to have like some kind of central calendar where people can book guests, and we need to know who's going to be here when.
Okay.
How about if we put them on your wife's show?
Okay. That's what we have to do. But again, I'm saying we have 30 seconds. If you
30
don't
seconds
like
to
it,
get
if you don't like it,
edited.
there's no chains here. You can be free.
But you get the wrong
fuck
message.
Ah, thank
It's
you.
not like we don't like it.
We like it. That's why we're
Where's
here.
my wow
Yeah,
thing?
I do not like it.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Our final segment for Breezing with Bierman, we have the church lady, Vicky Australia.
Estrella.
Sorry, darling.
My mama thought that I was gonna be a star, and she named me Estrella for that reason.
Honey, why are you wearing those sunglasses?
And we have, can you wait with your neurosis and obsession for, and you're Tracy?
Yes, I'm Tracy.
So, anyway.
Tracy's my stepdaughter.
Okay, in the effort of fairness, we have to try to let people speak. I know you're spiritual enlightenment. She has her Neiman Marcus enlightenment. So what are you doing for your stepdaughter?
Well, Tracy is wonderful. She has it in her, and I need to mold her. We got along so well. We go to the mall,
Yes.
and I was telling her about church lady because we want to help her. We do kind of like we want to help
The
other
Lord is
people
my strength and
to
my
look
salvation,
pretty.
honey.
And
I do
here,
not need
I
help from the
brought
likes of
stuff
you.
for you.
Change this child to be a complete
Here,
slut.
Tracy, tell her. Tell her
Wait. What about college? What about proper dating? What about virginity?
What about this lipstick for you?
Do you know what lipstick is? Lipstick.
Of course I know what lipstick is. It's what all the whores and harlots wear. Now, why are you treating this girl,
The church lady.
beautiful, innocent
We have
young lady,
wonderful time.
and you are
We go to
poisoning
the
her with
mall.
all of
We
this
are having
makeup and artifice, and God loves you without anything.
Okay, church lady. Wait. Okay, what do you respond to
We're
that?
going to go to the hair salon
Yes.
because we need our nails done.
Yes.
And
They might be Jewish. Look at their nails, like our Lord Savior.
I just hired a fashion consultant. I met her the other day.
Consultant or consultant?
Consultant.
Well, it's
I
a
met her the
consulting
other
to
day,
the
and she's part of your show. And when I heard that, I thought this is the person I want is Raya. Raya
This
is my
is
fashion
the type of
consultant.
person having an
I am in
influence
the best
over
hands.
the young people of America.
Okay, let
Tracy with Raya too.
church
I
lady,
need some
is she
highlights.
bringing her stepdaughter through a path, should I say, that is through the cesspool?
It is through the depths of hell leading to one place, and I think you know where.
But she could
to
use,
Satan.
She could use rouge.
Satan!
She's only 35 and she looks like she's aged.
Satan!
How many bugs are actually up your ass? I'm sorry.
Adam Gregory Bierman, I will not
gonna
appear
look
on this
nice.
program if you
You know I want to
wish
follow.
to insult the church lady.
I want to follow your ways. But look at these people.
That's
Well,
what we
this
need.
is
It's a
just
smoky
completely
eye. She needs a
superficial,
smoky eye.
licentious, missing the point. This is
But-
not why God made us as women to look like Christmas trees every day of the year.
You take your glasses off.
No, I will not.
You need a smoky eye. It's gonna do wonders for your eyes.
I was about to talk about virginity. What about yours? Have you ever?
Adam Gregory Bierman, I will not dignify that with a response. Women of a certain age, we don't discuss those matters. That's private.
You've been married 3 times. Would it help her if she was a little more active, should we say, licentious, in a sense?
This is what I'm comparing. She doesn't even know the meaning of the word licentious.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Go back to Neiman Market. So you're going to the mall, and what's going to
Yeah,
happen?
we're waiting
yes.
for my daughter. Tracy gets along with my daughter very well. They are like almost like this.
Blended
like this.
family. It's
I haven't
so
heard
awful.
much about homework or
Oh.
college choices or.
What
They
about
do their
their
homework. They do
minds?
their homework.
Oh,
What
They go to
matters
modeling too.
is your
Tracy,
skin.
Tracy,
true.
you can maybe you can go and
Yeah, we have a
show them
minute to
how
go.
you have to go, how you walk, how you show your hair
this
and
is
your
just a
all your
crying shame.
assets.
The good Lord in heaven is quaking.
Go.
He is
Go, show
concerned
them.
with
Look.
this
We gotta have an
emphasis.
exorcism.
The way that
Yes, we
people
need an
walk
exorcism.
and show
Leading
your
this child
hair.
down the wicked path towards licentiousness and superficiality.
Oh, I love
Why,
you.
the body is the
Tracy.
temple. You are not to adorn yourself with such artifice.
What is she,
Where
Lolita?
is
Is she
where's
Lolita on
Alexandra?
steroids? What's
That's
happening?
special. You're treating your child
Alexandra?
pediatric slut. Oh my God! There's another one. Oh, it's
Strippers.
not special. She has influence over two, not just one, but two young ladies.
That's
If I could just
Alexandra.
get them for a
You're in the
weekend,
camera. Move,
if
move.
I could just
Move,
get them for
move.
a weekend, I could be able to
The
teach
camera.
them about the true meaning of life.
I think you need some Stelazine, you need Neiman Marcus, and we have to get going. This is not going to be resolved today. This has been Breezin with Bierman. Thank you,
We're
Tracy.
going to the mall.
Adam Gregory Bierman, the Lord is not happy with you.
Give them an exorcism.
Do you want to have some of this?
Absolutely not.
Smoky eye. We're doing it. It's gonna do wonders for everything. Your cheekbones,
Deep as a wading
your
pool.
eyes. It's gonna bring out.
I have to
Yeah, we're done.
Luke.
It takes a lot of energy to be that repressed. It takes a lot of energy.
Hi everyone, this is the Raya Mish. Welcome to What's Trending New Year's edition. So the New Year stands for before us like a fresh chapter in a book, right? So what will you write for next chapter of your life? It's entirely up to you. So take the first step to make sure that it is a great chapter by setting New Year's resolution. So today we'll be talking about my top 10 ideas for your New Year's resolution. First up is start a meditation practice. So there are scientific studies that show the many benefits of meditating. To name just a few, meditating helps improve your mood, it reduces stress, it lessens anxiety, and it even increases your brain's gray matter, which is involved in muscle control, sensory perception, decision making, and self-control. In addition, once you get the hang of it, meditation is very easy to do. The next one is learn something new each day. So set the resolution to learning something new every day in order to have a better understanding of the world and how it works. So fortunately, the internet makes it incredibly easy to learn new things. So I have 3 sites that you can try so that you can start learning something new each day. First up is subscribe to Wikipedia's featured article mailing list. So you'll receive an email each morning containing Wikipedia's featured article of that day. Second one is watch a crash course video on YouTube. So this crash course is an educational YouTube channel started by the Green brothers, Hank Green and John Green. So each video is about 15 minutes long and they cover subjects such as literature, biology, history, economics, and so on. But listen to this, the cherry on the top is that the videos are so much fun to watch. So you'll be learning a lot and you'll also be having a lot of fun watching them. So next one is pick up a hobby. Did you know that having a hobby is good for you? Hobbies can lower your stress levels, boost your brain power, improve your ability to focus, and more. So therefore, in 2016, start a new hobby. If you're looking for ideas for hobbies, try to reach out to me at Raya Arbiol on Twitter and on Instagram so that I'll be posting my 16 hobbies that will improve your quality of life. Next up is the 4th idea for a New Year's resolution is play more. Play is an important source of relaxation and stimulation for adults. In addition, it can make you more creative and productive. So bring more play into your life by making it as a New Year's resolution. So in case it's been so long since you allowed yourself to play that you've forgotten how, again, reach out on my Twitter at Raya Arbiol on Instagram and on Twitter, and I'll be posting my 10 ways to play more and have more fun as an adult. The top 5 idea for New Year's resolution is, and I think this is the most popular, eat fewer calories. So there are many reasons why most of us should set a resolution of eating fewer calories. The most obvious reason is to lose weight. After all, carrying excess weight put us at a greater risk of a whole range of serious health problems, including heart disease, diabetes, and some cancer. But with all the contradictory information out there on what to eat, sometimes I know it's hard to decide what to do when you want to lose weight. Listen to this. I try to keep things simple. So when I want to lose weight, I eat less. I recommend that you do the same. If you gain weight in 2015, resolve to eat smaller portions in 2016. My top 6 idea for New Year's resolution is write a business plan. So make 2016 the year you stop thinking about starting a business and you start taking some action. It's okay if it's a small business on the side. The first step to take is to write a business plan. So once you get your ideas down on paper, you'll be much more motivated to turn those ideas into reality. Top 7 ideas for New Year's resolution is move more. It doesn't matter what you choose to do. Join a sports team. Get a pedometer and take at least 10,000 steps a day. Get up every 20 minutes and stretch. Or join the dance classes. Just move, for God's sake. Living a sedentary life dumps you down. It makes it more likely that you'll be overweight and it puts you at higher risk for depression. Who wants to be depressed? So move more. Think of the following quote from the movie Madagascar. Move it nice and sweet and sassy, all right? There you go. My top 8 idea for New Year's resolution is read more books. I read 30 books in 2015, and I'm glad that I did it The time I spent reading was enjoyable. I feel a sense of accomplishment every time I finish a book, since all of the books I chose to read, I recognize as literature. So it's not just things for school or articles. It's literature. So I'll definitely be reading lots of books in 2016. And I encourage you to do the same thing. So if you need some convincing on this one, again, reach out to me at Raya Arbiol on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll be talking about the 13 ways reading will improve your life. The 9th idea for our New Year's resolution is be more grateful. If you haven't climbed aboard the gratitude bandwagon yet, this is the year to do it. There are studies that show that gratitude can make you 25% happier. What is that? Yeah, think about that for a second. I'll give you 1, 2, 25% happier. Being grateful will also help you to overcome adversity, improve the quality of your sleep, and allow you to get along better with others, which is so hard to do these days. For next year, 2016, promise me, resolve to be more grateful. And my last idea for New Year's resolution is, ta-da! Stop procrastinating. If you didn't achieve your goals this year, procrastination was a likely culprit. Make 2016 the year you stop procrastinating and start getting things done. This will help you to ensure that you won't be sitting here at the end of next year wondering why you never got around on your goals. So there you are, my top 10 ideas for New Year's resolution. Stop procrastinating, be more grateful, read more books, move more, write a business plan, eat fewer calories, play more, pick up a hobby, learn something new each day, and start a meditation practice. I hope you enjoy all of these great ideas for your New Year's resolution, and I hope that you'll reach out to me at Raya Arbiol, that's at RAYAARBIOL, on Instagram and on Twitter, and tell me how this works out for you guys. I'm so glad to be here with you guys for the new year. There's going to be a lot more things coming up for our next episode, so I'm so happy that you are here with me watching my video and about to start all these great ideas for New Year's resolution. So thanks again. This is Raya, What's Trending New Year's edition. Back to the studio now.